Hey guys, and welcome back to Yoga and Wellness with Amanda. I'm Amanda, and in today's video, we're going to be going through a quick kind of invigorating yoga flow. I want us to get up off our mat and get our blood pumping a little bit and just give us a full body practice in a pretty quick amount of time. Because let's face it, sometimes it's really hard to spend some time on our mat. So I want to design some yoga flows that we can fit into our day to get our yoga fix in and help us feel energized and well throughout the week. So we'll just need our yoga mat, so we'll roll out and get started. All right, so to begin, we're going to start in Sukhasana, easy seated pose. And I just want us to take a few shoulder rolls here, maybe even bring the spine into it. Just really start to invite movement into the body here. Maybe we've been sitting working for a while, or maybe we've just woken up or have been driving, working at the office, I don't know, making dinner, anything. We just want to give a little bit of intentional movement into our body. And then we're going to switch directions, but this time we're going to bring our whole arms into it, starting with really big circles and then slowly and surely making them tinier and tinier and tinier. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction, starting out small and just getting a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger until we're nice and wide. And then we're going to touch down on the mat, plant the hands by the hips, shine the heart space forward, gaze up, deep breath in, exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, gaze up, exhale, chin to chest. One more, inhale, gaze up, exhale, chin to chest. Awesome. Release those arms. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Wonderful. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more like this. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to switch the cross in the legs just for a little bit of balance here. We're going to inhale once more, reach up overhead. And this time, exhale, twist to the right. Bring the left hand to opposite knee, right hand to plant on the mat. Gently guide the body to the right side of the room. Deep breath in and out. One more inhale. Exhale, release back to center. Awesome. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, twist to the opposite side. This time, right hand to left knee, left hand to plant on the mat. Breath in here and out. And inhale once more. Exhale, release to center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, we're going to bring that right hand to plant by the mat and reach to the side of the room, really stretching out the side body here. Let out the breath as we do our stretch. Taking just a round of breath or two here in this position, really feeling anchored in the hips, but light and lifted through the upper body and the fingertips. And then inhale, we're going to switch sides, bring that left hand down and right arm up and overhead. Really reach out through those right fingertips, sink down into the hips and feel grounded. Breathe into the stretch. In and out, nice and deep breaths, filling the body with revitalizing energy, opening up the heart space. And on the next exhale, we'll bring that right hand back down to the mat. And then from here, we're going to do what I call rib cage rolls. So we're going to bring the chest forward towards the left knee and then around towards the right. And then on the way back, just arch the spine a little bit. We're just kind of moving the upper body in circles here. Now, however you manage this is okay. You know, it might be a little bit more challenging for some. But really, we just want to move the upper body in a circle. And even if it's just a little circle like this, we're still getting a little bit of motion into the spine here. Because really, I just want you to start waking up the body. So when we move a little bit quicker in other poses, we already have kind of stretched out some of those spaces. So we'll do one more rotation here, and then we're going to switch directions. So we're going to move back, arch the spine back, and on our way forward, shine the heart. Perfect. Just a nice little rotate action going on here, waking up the spine. One more rotation, and then we're gonna come back to center. Awesome. So we're gonna flip around and we're gonna come into child's pose here for just a breath or two. So big toes to touch, knees about as wide as the mat. And then we're gonna plop down on our heels and then walk the hands forward towards the top of the mat until we feel comfortable, and bring the forehead to rest on the mat. And I really want you to surrender into this pose here. Really feel the body release and surrender to the earth. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, I invite you to do that now. It could be a simple mantra, a word or phrase, or just a feeling. I am confident. I am kind. I am well. Breathing into yourself, into your posture, into your practice, into the moment. And then on the next inhale, we're going to rise back up and we're going to come into tabletop. So bringing wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. The toes can stay curled or tops of the feet can be flat, whatever you like. We're going to start our rounds of cat and cow. So inhale to cow pose, gaze forward, drop the belly. Exhale to cat pose. Allow the head to hang, arch the spine, press away from the earth. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Really feel the space you create in the shoulders here. Inhale, cow. Allow the belly to drop. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. We're going to release, come back to a neutral spine. Stretch out the hamstrings. So right leg is going to come back, extend it long. Press out through that back heel, creating a nice long straight line down the back side of the body. Breathing into the stretch. Creating an active pose. And release, we'll switch sides. Left leg extends back. Press out through that heel, open up the back of the leg. Wake up that hamstring. Breathe in deep, send the breath to any point in the body in this stretch here that might need a little bit of space. And then we'll release. We're going to curl the toes beneath us and we're going to sit back into broken toe pose for just a breath. Shake out the wrists. Maybe give ourselves a little bit of a wrist massage. We're going to interlace the fingers, press the palms forward and reach straight ahead, activating the arms, the hands, the wrists here. Awesome, and release. Take a couple of wrist circles, and again, just a really gentle little wrist massage here. Perfect. Come back onto all fours, and we're gonna prepare for downward facing dog. So spread the fingertips nice and wide, curl the toes beneath you, and on a deep breath in, when you're ready, lift the hips up towards the sky and press them towards the back of the room. Allow the head and neck to hang here, and just pedal out the feet a little bit. We want to create a little bit more stretch for our hamstrings, and then really try and press the calves towards the back of the room to kind of set yourself up to be in that nice V shape, relaxing the head and neck. Heels energetically reaching towards the mat. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, bring that right leg up towards the sky, and on the exhale, tuck it into the chest, and we're going to step into a low lunge. So we want to keep a nice 90-degree bend in our front leg. We're going to drop that back knee, uncurl the toes. Inhale, goalpost arms, modified crescent lunge. Let out the breath. Inhale. Exhale, bring those hands back to the mat, and we're going to step back into downward facing dog. Fantastic. You guys are doing awesome. Next big breath in, that left leg is going to come up. Exhale, tuck it into the chest and step forward into our low lunge. Drop that back knee, uncurl the toes. Inhale, goalpost arms, modified crescent lunge. Let out the breath. Inhale. Exhale, we're gonna bring those hands back down to the mat and we're gonna come into child's pose. So bring those big toes to touch, knees nice and wide, and surrender to the mat. Come back to your mantra. Recognize that you've created this space and this heat, this movement of energy throughout your body. And take a moment to appreciate how that feels. Inhale, rise up, lift the body back up into downward facing dog, and take a second here to notice how this downward dog feels compared to the first one you did today. Maybe paddle out the feet a little bit here. Nice and strong, confident downward dog. And then we're gonna inhale, we're gonna come forward and we're gonna come into a high plank just for a moment here. Let out the breath. Inhale, shift the shoulders forward. Exhale as you lower down, chaturanga. And then inhale, we're gonna come into upward facing dog. Shine the heart space forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Spectacular. Inhale, exhale. We're gonna gaze towards the hands and walk towards our the front of our mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. We're gonna inhale, rise up, extended mountain pose. So reach up towards the sky. I realize that I'm out of the frame. I forgot to move my camera back, but it's okay. Exhale, hands to heart. I promise you guys are doing great, even though you can't see me. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Follow my voice. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Throw it back. Perfect. And begin to bend the knees, lower back down to the mat, and we're going to find a seated position again. And this time we're going to come into seated staff. And I'm actually gonna rotate towards you after all here because we're gonna do a little bit of a fold twist action here. So from our seated staff, I want us to keep a little bit of space in between our feet there. We're gonna straddle the right leg out a little bit, bend the left knee, left foot to inside of right thigh. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, rotate towards that extended leg and fold forward. Letting the hands fall wherever they may, kind of square the shoulders to that extended leg. If you have a strap, a scarf or something, you could wrap that around your foot if you'd like. Keep the foot active here. If you want to deepen the pose, you can take the left hand, bring it to the outside of the right leg, and incorporate just a little bit of a twist here. Continuing to breathe into the pose, listen to your body, honor your space and your flexibility today. And then on an exhale, we're going to release that twist, walk the hands in towards the body, sit up nice and tall, and we're going to switch sides. So we're going to extend that left leg out to a little bit of a straddle, bend the right knee, right foot to the inside of the left thigh, sit up nice and tall, inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, rotate towards that extended leg and fold forward, squaring those shoulders to that extended leg, keeping that left foot nice and active, folding to whatever degree is comfortable for you. Don't strain it, and if you need to bend the knee a little bit, you can do that. You can always put a blanket underneath the extended leg if you need to. And if you want to add that twist, this time the right hand is going to come to the outside of the left leg. Breathe into the posture here. Breathe into the twist. Use every inhale to gather space and send that to any areas of the body that might be a little tight, or you might really feel the stretch. Honestly, my hamstrings are super tight today, so I feel it the most there, believe it or not. We'll release that twist, and slowly on an exhale, we'll walk the hands in towards the body and come back up to seated. Bring the soles of the feet together for butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. Sit up nice and tall, spread those feet open like a little book. Give yourself a little foot massage if you're so inclined. If that's not your thing, just hold your ankles. Inhale, shine the heart space forward. Exhale, lead with that heart space and begin to fold. I sometimes like to kind of use my elbows to press on my knees to create a little bit of space, but if that's too much, you can reposition as needed. Even extend those hands out in front of you if that allows you to fold a little bit deeper, if that's what you want out of this pose. And again, just breathing into the posture. Notice the space you're creating, honor that, and only push your body to the space or the limit that is comfortable. If it's too much of a fold, come out a little bit. If you need support under your knees, grab some blocks or books or pillows. I think yoga is about finding balance and doing what works for you, and that can be different every time you come on the mat, and that's great. Acknowledging that as part of the practice. Inhale, slowly begin to rise back up. Let out the breath. Use our hands to guide our knees together. Bring our feet about hip distance apart. Hands to plant by the hips. We're just going to windshield wiper those legs just a little bit. Just bring a little bit of motion back into the body. I tend to get a little bit stiff if I stay in Baddha Konasana for too long. So I just want to bring a little bit motion back into our little body here. Wonderful. All right. We're going to come back into our Sukhasana, easy seated pose. So we're going to inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale through the mouth, make some noise. One more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sigh it out. Awesome. We'll bring our thumb knuckles to forehead. The beautiful, abundant, brightly shining light in me sees, honors, and respects that same light in each and every one of you. Namaste. And we did it. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through another yoga flow. I really, truly appreciate you all being here and practicing with me. And anytime we can get together and flow on our mat, I think that we are building this community, and I'm so grateful for that. If you have any questions about today's practice or any suggestions for future videos, do me a favor and drop that in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And if you really liked this video, consider subscribing so you can get notified every Thursday morning when I post a new video to this channel. Without further ado, I'll let you get back to your day, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.